Top 10 Best Manhwa where MC Reborn reincarnated to complete his revenge. I find it interesting how a lot of manhwas which I read have some sort of revenge as a story premise. It's the same with other manga or anime, but sometimes I get a bad feeling whenever I see the words revenge story. What are the best manhwas where the MC is reborn, reincarnated to accomplish his goal? This is just a fun little video where I recommend 10 of the best manhwa where the main character is reborn or reincarnated for some type of revenge. I've read a lot of manhwa and webtoons in my time, and these are my favorites. Hopefully you'll find a new one to read. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe and like this video if you find any manhwa that you haven't read. Okay then, let's begin. At number 10, we have Rebirth of the Urban Mad Immortal. Swords and winds cover the sun and the moon, mastering the glory of the immortals. There are 6 billion people in the world, but I am arrogant. The emperor of the immortal world is reborn in the bustling city of lights and wines. Beautiful police, delicate stars, glamorous ladies, exotic princesses. From then on, a former urban loser turned over completely and embarked on a peerless road that would make the world feel horrified and provoke the beauty of the world. The world laughs at me. The world laughs at me. You see, after the ages, this manhwa has a nice art and story is also kinda nice. So read it and be sure to check it out. At number 9, we have the rebirth of an 8-circled mage. Henry Maurice was an 8-circle archmage who was a legend, one of the founding fathers who helped his friend become the king of a unified empire. After the son took over the throne, Henry was executed with a false accusation of leading a rebellion against the empire. He then wakes up in the body of young Henry Maurice, the eldest of a baronet family, who also happened to have the same name. Henry turns his life around by again relearning magic and also swordsmanship in order to become the first magic swordsman, all for the sake of revenge. Just read if you don't know which manhwa you should read. Okay then, at number 8 we have The Second Life of a Gangster. I think this will be a very good manhwa. It's interesting how he's trying to correct all his mistakes and there are already 2 potential love interests. It says it doesn't have romance. Age 41, Oh Jong-suk, a man who did all kinds of misdeeds and put his life on the line for the organization to gain the highest position. But who knew the end of his life would be so miserable? Jong-suk's virtuous living project starts now, one by one. So just give it a try. At number 7, we have Gil the Hero. I enjoyed the basis of this story, which is extremely similar to Solo Leveling. Art is really good, plot is intense and will make you cynical, and the main character is someone you can truly enjoy. After he's killed by the righteous leader of his own guild, Woojin gets a chance to start over. This time, he's not interested in saving the world from monsters. He's got his sights set on revenge. His high-level skills quickly garner him notoriety among the game plebs, while boosting his stats as he masterminds his way closer to the top. But there's something no one can figure out. Whose side is he playing for? Now that he knows how to play to win, Woojin will stop at nothing to destroy the hero. So, do give it a shot. At number 6, we have Villain to Kill. One of my favorite manhwa that I am reading right now. There are 2 kinds of people with special abilities. villains who are driven by their evil desires, and psychers who pursue justice and work against the villains. Cassian Lee is a very powerful psyker with a good heart, but one day when he visits his friend in Greece, things take a wrong turn. Following an unexpected chain of events, Cassian ends up in the body of a Korean high school boy who has just become a villain. Will his sense of justice win in the end, or will he end up becoming a cold-blooded villain? At number 5, we have The Servant is the Demon King. It's really good. At the beginning, it can be a bit boring, but once you get into it, it really makes you addicted. It shows up a lot of problems you can get across in life, similar to lookism. Character development is insane. Art style is not really my cup of tea, but you can get used to it. As the Demon King, Yifan Zuo uses his knowledge and power collected over the millennia to defeat all foes until the day he is betrayed. With his last breath, the Demon King manages to reincarnate, but into the body of a puny young servant. To Yifan's dismay, the servant has a spirit bond with his mistress, Lady Luo. Yifan, now known as Fan, finds himself inexplicably drawn to Lady Luo and links his fate to her family. With Lady Luo at his side, will he regain his place as the Demon King? At number 4, we have The Great Mage returns after 4,000 years. Lucas Trauman was the greatest Archmage in history until he was condemned by demigod to spend eternity losing his mind. But 4,000 years later, he's thrust back into this world, into the body of Frey Blake, the weakest, most untalented student at the prestigious Westroad Academy for Mages. After all this time, the world of magic has barely progressed. A new soul enters the lifeless body of Frey Blake, the boy who couldn't handle his painful life and chose death instead. What's with his body? I'll have to check every little detail of it. The great mage Lucas Trauman, he earned his chance at revenge by gaining the flesh and bones of Frey Blake, the disgrace. And now begins the interesting adventure of the great mage returned after 4,000 years. Check out this manhwa. At number 3, we have The Lord's Coins Aren't Decreasing. One of the best manhwa that is out there. Story is good. Art, I will rate 10 out of 10. The coin market that goes beyond the dimensions. A newcomer has appeared and turned the dimensional trading center upside down. Aaron Steelguard, the enemy of all traders. He was actually living his second life after losing all of this wealth to dimensional trading and dying a tragic death. I am not the pushover I once was, so if you want some manhwa where MC becomes powerful, then this one might suit your taste. At number 2, we have SSS-Class Suicide Hunter. In the mysterious RPG dungeon-like tower, Confucius Kim lives a mundane existence, envying all the star hunters. One day, his wish for more is granted with a legendary skill to copy others' abilities. At the cost of his life, before he can make sense of it, he's killed by the number 1 hunter, the Flame Emperor. But this activates his skill, and now he's copied a new one, the ability to travel back in time upon death. How will Confucius use these skills to outplay the competition and rise to the top? So do read it out. Finally, at number 1, we have solo leveling. Nothing beats solo leveling when it comes Reborn as powerful. Not only powerful, just keeps getting more and more powerful. Because his reawakening Jin Woo was a young man of average height with short black hair and grey eyes. His build was frail, and despite being considered stronger than a normal human, he was the weakest among hunters. After his reawakening as a player, Jin Woo was able to grow stronger by increasing his stats, which led to a sudden change. To his all stature, appearance. Because of this, he grew a few inches taller, his facial features became a lot sharper, and he gained a lean, muscular build. His whole demeanor also became more serious and intimidating. This manhwa will be forever my favorite as long as I live. So, do check it out. Okay, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Do make a comment below. Which one have you seen? Do share your experience. Don't forget to like the video. Do press the bell icon to get notified about the latest videos and news trends. Till then, take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.